the Fate collab a massive failure? I'm sure you've seen some rhetoric online saying, oh, the Fate collab's failing HSR, or the Fate collab's amazing. Either one of the two. We know the HSR glaziers and we know the HSR haters, right? But in today's video, guys, I want to look at a video by Glaive Keo here that is a Fate fan. The HSR was a huge disappointment. I have seen so much of like hate towards this collab, and honestly, I can see why it's a fucking flop, because I have played through some of it. The event is okay. The story, that shit's cooked, buddy, okay? So, like, that's the main reason why I feel like people are waiting for this collab, aka number one, the characters, right? I think the characters is what people see in their minds as, like, the most important thing with the patch. And then after that comes, like, the story and then the events and stuff like that after that. Or I guess the events can be interchangeable. From, like, a normal HSR player's perspective, I think that can be pretty interchangeable for the most part. But the new fans you're trying to affect, which are the Fate fans, buddy, you fucking killed that one, huh? Yeah. They are not staying with HSR after this one, guys. But in today's video, guys, like I said, we're going to be reacting to this video and seeing what a disappointment this is. And we're going to take a look at some Google Trends here in a second, because I do think there is something actually pretty interesting when you look at the Google Trends. But let's go ahead and hop into the video now.
There are a few things in the world of gacha games that generate as much excitement as a major full-scale collaboration with a beloved franchise. And by all accounts, the Honkai Starwell crossover with Fate Stay Night should have been one of the biggest, the most celebrated events of the year. The initial announcement was met with a huge wave of excitement from
it was. People were waiting for a year to play this shit, bro. Dude, think about the player numbers and the revenue after this patch, bro. What are HSR players really waiting for at this point? Because honestly, I don't think they capture the audience of the Fate fans. Genuinely, what are us as HSR players, or you as an HSR player, what are you waiting for now? Like, is there anything exciting in the future of HSR? Literally, I think we're at to the point now where it's like, I'm waiting for the next character. That's literally it. And I don't think that's the most appealing thing in the world. At least with the Fate collab, we had like something to save up and wait for.
Dream crossover. But as the event went live and the dust settled, the community's reaction was intensely divided. For every person excited about the new character,
dude, that shit. Okay, first of all, getting free Archer, massive W, right? But I cannot tell you the amount of chills I see online saying, like, bro, he's so good, just get his light cone, 200 pulls, free to play for the win. 200 pulls being free to play, that's okay, buddy. You could have pulled the light cone and another character for 200 fucking pulls. Like, no, 200 pulls is not free to play friendly at all in the slightest. No shot. Maybe if they was at 90, but it's not free to play unless you can get these pulls in that patch. There is no shot you're getting 200 pulls before that shit goes away. I'm just gonna say it right now how it is. There's no shot, therefore it's not free to play. Even though some of you probably saved your Stellar Jades up and you're free to play and you spent them then. It's not, I don't consider it free to play unless it gives you all the currency within the patch to get it. So I don't want to hear that Cope either.
Characters, there seemed to be another who felt let down.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, reused, by the way, reused area, by the way. Can't even make a new area for the Fate collab, bro. Can't even make new models, really, either.
Genuinely disrespected. So was this collaboration a success, or was it the massive...
Honestly, guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The best part about this collab was this trailer. This trailer, this background footage, that was the best part about the collab.
It to be. Today, I'm going to walk you through my entire experience with this event to try and answer that question. We will start with my own expectations going into it as a long time.
Okay, I'll go ahead and give my expectations with the collab. I genuinely, guys, expected a really good story, a really solid story, because I thought the writers from the Fate team were going to be writing the story, and generally, Fate has a pretty decent track record of providing a good story in Fate Grand Order and stuff like that. So I was massively let down by the shit that we got. Like, first of all, reuse assets was absolutely abysmal, right? But that's really going into more of my gripes. Let me go back on track of like my expectations. Good story is what I expected, first of all. Secondly, honestly, I expected more of the events. I think the new event they added in was cool. I feel like they could have done something more interesting with the command system and stuff like that. I think they could have done something more interesting with the characters. I think Braxiphone brought up a great point in one of his videos where he expected, you know, you have your masters and servants combos where like you, maybe like you have your masters on the ground, right? And then you're summoning like Saber in to do attacks and stuff like that. Or you're summoning Archer in to do attacks and stuff like that. I expected that as well. I expected more than just Saber and Archer. Honestly, Archer is kind of cool. He's kind of jerpy. I like Lancer more. I preferred Lancer in the game. And I think the fact that they already have a character model for him in the game, I think that should be in the game too. So expected more characters, expected better storytelling, expected better events. Overall, I expected a better patch for them, and I expected more rewards as well. While yes, we did get the free archer, I expected more freebies to really want to draw people in more, because I don't think 200. I think 200 pulls is fucking oblivion. Like, it's fucking ass. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's hop back into here.
Of the story, just so we are all on.
Hey, spoilers if you haven't played the story already. Even though
The same
let's
page.
be honest,
And after that, we will
didn't
break
skip
down
most
what
of it
went
anyways.
wrong with the narrative, look at the characters and the gameplay, and finally,
God, dude. And the problem is, guys, is that
event as a
dude,
complete
where's the show? Lancer looks so
So
drippy
let's
too,
get
dude.
Into it. But
Oh my
before
God.
we get into
Okay,
it,
buddy.
let's talk about LB Shop. So you
Okay, guys, can I have a quick little rant here on LD Shop sponsorships? I am sussed out about LD Shop. I've been approached by LD Shop to do sponsorships. I'm a bit sussed out by LD Shop, or really any of these sites that give you like discounted currency. I understand how they get this like lower currency, right? They go into areas with lower exchange rates and then get these gems and stuff like that, or get the currency and then give them to your account. But it can't be surely that much of a discount. So where is the rest of the money being made at, right? Because a lot of the times, like, you see these 20% discounts and stuff like that. But what weirds me out is, okay, well, that's probably the savings that you got from purchasing it from another country, right? So where is the revenue really being made at? And honestly, I feel really sus that they're probably selling a lot of your information. That's what if I had to guess, I would hope to God they don't. But that's just my game theory on that. Let me know that in the comment section down below too. I probably just run a bunch of sponsorship deals. Not that I would take them anyways,
can
but
save up to 33% off your purchases. If you're
Cool.
tired of high prices
Sure.
in game items.
Hey, sorry, bud. I link in the description, Glaive Keo, guys. Also, Glaive Keo's information will all be in the description down below as well. So if you want to check this video out and give it some love, then please do that. I actually like the dislike ratio here is not bad, even though this thing is pretty fucking off most of the time. Not bad from what I see right here.
Before we get into the event itself,
Okay.
I think it is important you know where I was coming from. Now, to
Yep,
be honest,
sure.
I was debating whether to even play or talk about this collaboration at all. I am a huge fan of the Fate series. I watched all of it, but my
like
past
Fate too.
experiences with Honkai Star Rail story quests have been quite horrible, to say.
Yeah, buddy, hey, mine too, buddy. We haven't played since 3.0, and I probably won't play until we get another MC. I know they added a skip button in, but I'm gonna be so real. That shit's still so mega ass that I'm not fucking touching it again either. Hey, yo. Anyways, let's hop back into it.
Me has always been the dialogue bloat. The
Dude,
sheer
yes,
like
bro.
it goes nowhere. I was fully prepared to just skip this story and focus on the characters, but then I saw that the quest was only about 4 hours long. It wasn't like their recent 10+ hour yap fest.
Yeah, I mean, 4+ hours is still a lot of time, though. Like, if it's a good 4 hours, then okay, great, I'm here for it. But if it's not a good 4 hours, then why the fuck am I playing it?
You know, like 4 hours for an IP and a franchise that I genuinely love. The collab was hyped up for over a year. I mean, how could I say no to that? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like a reasonable time investment, so I decided to play it. But I went in with my expectations for the story set very, very low. I was prepared.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, who the fuck would have put their expectations that high? Like, I know I said my expectations earlier. I didn't expect like AAA level storytelling. What I was expecting was literally just better than what Honkai Star Rail is currently offering, and I don't think we got that.
Static images, black screens with white text, and conversation that would make me sleepy. But at the same time, there was a part of me that was hopeful. We were told that the people from Fate themselves, the original creators, the writers, had looked over the story and given it
They didn't look at that shit. You think they actually looked at that shit, bro? I'll tell you exactly what they did right now. They went, that's a lot of fucking words. I ain't reading all that shit. Fuck y'all Honkai Star Rail fans. Let me get back to my game. FGO that still brings in numbers every month while y'all keep going down the drain. Fuck them. Yeah.
At least better than usual, right? I had low expectations, but a little bit of hope. So with that mindset,
oh my god, I had hope too.
Before I give you my critique, let's just go over what actually happens in the story. This will be a full recap, so fair warning for spoilers ahead. Alright, so the story of the event. Sweet dreams and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, sweet dreams is what I had after I got fucking hit with a filler text.
Pretty familiar premise.
Yeah, dude, look at that. After fucking seeing a screen like this,
a Holy Grail war.
My ass was a fucking sleep.
Is beginning in Penacony, right? The idea is that different participants called masters will summon heroic spirits. In this case, from Penacony's own history, to fight for the Grail. We were introduced to a few of these pairs right away. We have a character named Scott with an assassin servant. Robin is paired with a caster. Boot Hill has Lancer and Adventure with an assassin servant.
Oh my god, here. Guys, I cannot tell you how fucking. Yo, caster! Let's go. You know what I'm trying to figure out, guys? Did they just have like a licensing issue or something? Like, how the fuck did you do Archer, Saber, Lancer, and then everyone else is just a standard ass NPC? Like, damn, we only got enough money in the rights for these 3 characters, bro. What are we gonna do for the other ones? Oh, I know. Look at her. That bitch on the side of the road over there. Let's get her in the game. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, random ass NPC over there. Let's put her in the game. I'm pissed they couldn't put my beautiful mother in the game, bro. Oh my god. Look at her thigh. Oh my. Look at the Coomer bait on this one. Fuck. HSR, what are you doing?
Robin is paired with a caster. Hill has Lancer, and Adventurine shows up as the master of Archer.
Oh my god, dude,
gets involved and ends up summoning the main heroic spirit of the collaboration, Saber. When she appears, it's quickly established that she and Boot Hill's servant, Lancer, already know each other from the past war. This immediately
God, he's so cool.
Suggests that this story takes place sometime after the events of the original Unlimited Blade Works. From there, the participants were pulled into a reality marble, which is just a magic created world by the assassin servant. This world takes the form of an old black and white silent film, forcing everyone to communicate through subtitles while they
You couldn't even get the budget to get the fucking voice actor. You know, guys, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's give the Star Rail team the benefit of the doubt, guys. At least it wasn't black screen, white text. At least we had a little bit of motion. We had the black and white combined together to give us this like sepia black and white color tone here, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's what they gave us, guys. Look, this is called improvement.
Face different challenges. A major turning point happens when Adventurine betrays his supposed ally, Scott. He reveals himself
to be screw you, Scott.
And starts a battle, which leads to our Trailblazer Saber and Archer.
Scott, who even plays the story anyways? I know I didn't.
Saber gets trapped in an illusion created by Robin's caster servant. In this dream, she gets to live out a normal life, ordinary life, free from her duties.
Let her do it.
The Trailblazer eventually helps Saber break free from this dream, and she accepts her destiny once again. The story ends with a big battle against a corrupted version of the Holy Grail, which Saber manages to destroy with her ultimate attack. In the aftermath, we find out that Lancer actually survived the whole war, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, bro survived the whole war, yet he's still not playable, but a fucking model in the game. This reminds me of the Disney collab for Cookie Run Kingdom, where you went to summon on characters that were the Disney characters. If you guys don't, I don't know if you guys play Cookie Run Kingdom or not, but literally summon for Disney characters, and they just went into a magical castle. They didn't even explore your kingdom. You couldn't play as them. They were just sitting in a castle. You sometimes had the Disney music, and then at one point in time, they're like, oh, wait, our fucking rights are over for Disney, bro? Get them out of here! They put them in like a sub-menu now to get them. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
Seeing how the Fate series usually go. But anyways,
damn, bro. Let my boy Lancer live on.
Lancer decides to stick around in Penacony. So that is the basic plot. A fairly standard.
I'm gonna be real with you guys too. I saw someone do an animation swap or like a skin swap on Zhui for Lancer. Just do that with him, bro. Like literally, I think I'd be happy with that. Just the chance to play with him, bro. Give it to us for free too.
But the way this story was told, the execution is where everything falls apart. And that is what we need to talk about next. Alright, so we know the what. Let's talk about the how. Because this is where the experience moves beyond being a simple, flawed story and becomes, frankly, insulting to the source material.
Yeah,
it begins with the basics. When your character gets their command spells, these powerful magical seals that appear on their hand, the game just flashes a logo on the screen.
Yeah, dude! It's the new tech. It's the new tech. It's the new way. They're using augmented reality, so instead of having to ingrain it in your hand, you get it in the HUD. The HUD now. They're seeing in their HUD.
To a UI element, but it gets worse with the summoning ritual. In Fate, this is a sacred, tense, dramatic moment.
Yeah.
It is the foundation of the entire franchise.
Well, let's be real. That was archaic. We didn't need to do that. They had to upgrade to the times. We're in the land of fucking dreams right now, buddy. Anything is possible.
In Honkai Star Rail, they turned it into a joke. They made the chant goofy. When the summon fails at first, they played
goofy
this
chant.
Cartoonish sound effects. It is as if the game is winking at you, saying, "Oh, silly me, I failed the summon." Like, what? It is a complete betrayal of the source material's tone. This continues with Saber's famous introduction. The iconic line is there, but the scene itself is so soulless. It is a hollow reenactment that has none of the magic or the atmosphere of the original.
It's so bad.
It feels like going through the motions. And after playing for nearly an hour to get to this point, it is just embarrassing. And this soulless feeling.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be a real HSR player, so just go play FGS and I'll say it, bro. Well, no. I don't know about that one. FGO's gameplay is dog shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I played FGO for a little hot minute there. That gameplay is not it. The story is good. The story is great. The gameplay's ass. The gameplay is not fun, bro. Those skip tickets, bro. The auto farming, bro. Ain't no way. You're out of your fucking mind, bro.
The entire script, the dialogue is just bloated.
Bro, he's beating his meat right now. Look at him.
Yapping he's beating it. Almost nothing of substance.
Bro, he's yapping as much as I am. Look at his fucking arm moving, bro.
An early conversation that is so obviously trying to be the version of a tense, strategic discussion from Fate Zero. The original scene is a masterclass in tension. The version of this event is a boring, lifeless.
Yeah. It's bad down. Really bad down, bad. Bad down, what
the
was I
laziness becomes almost brazen. Now, this is the point where I personally lost it. There is a scene where the character Robin literally looks at her caster servant, who is literally a generic, low-quality NPC.
Exactly. It's literally right. Look, they even have the thing on top of her head too.
Breaks the fourth wall to ask why she doesn't look more special. The game
exactly
its own lack of effort. And then I got reminded earlier. One of the characters said the Holy Grail War will be about summoning legendary figures from Penacony's rich history and then bringing them to life, which brings them an excuse to say that when Caster's NPC model looks so bad.
So you're telling me Saber, Archer, and Lancer were summonable before. They're just canon to Penacony. No one else though. Just those three.
Like here, they can say, "Oh well, those are heroes from Penacony."
Yeah, the Penaconian heroes.
I am
yeah.
so sure they thought this true, so they can put less effort in their story.
True, they fucking did, bro.
It is the Hoyoverse way, the cheapest way.
It is the way's way, guys. Y'all know what image I'm talking about, right? This one right here. Yeah, he's doing that shit right there to you. He's fucking getting all your money,
but all
scraping
of this,
it.
The goofy tone, the bloated dialogue, the lazy excuses, it all leads to the single biggest failure of the entire event.
I want to lose control!
This is called Honkai Star Rail X Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. The one thing every fan was waiting for, or at least the one thing I was waiting for.
Oh my god, every fan was waiting for it.
It was the moment, that would have redeemed almost any flaw, was a story cutscene of Archer performing his unlimited blade works chant. And
they can't even do that. It's so fucking shit, bro. They didn't even do the Naruto Ninja Storm strat or like these other gacha game strats to just rip from the anime and then throw the anime scene into the game. They couldn't even do that. They couldn't even be bothered with it. Holy shit.
It is in his gameplay, yes, but
I am the mode of my sword. They couldn't even do that. That was more acting than what they showed.
In the narrative, where it's supposed to be the climax, where it's the entire namesake of the collaboration, it is completely absent.
Well, his unlimited blades did work.
Unlimited blade works that has no unlimited blade works in its story.
Exactly.
It is a hollow marketing exercise. Full stop.
It's so bad.
Baffling. So what you're left with is a narrative experience that doesn't just feel flawed, it feels deliberately cheap, lazy, and deeply disrespectful to the material it is supposed to be celebrating. And as we're about to see, this feeling of being shortchanged wasn't just confined to the story. Looking at the collaboration as a
Yeah, HSR collab really managed to mess up the story in its own collab. That's honestly impressive. I don't even know what happened to the writer, but apparently he even doesn't like HSR anymore. Dude, why? Yeah, they don't like HSR anymore. No shit, bro. You know, this is going to cause genuinely, I know this video is running on for longer than it needs to. Guys, this is genuinely going to cause a massive exodus of HSR players. They just shot themselves in the foot by putting out a shitty collab, guys. The age of new gacha companies, it's on the rise, guys. Like this, Azure Promilia, the other game where you're in like the, I don't even know what it's called, the Silver Palace or something like that. That's going to pop off. You know, Mugen Project, whatever. I don't know the other games that are coming out. Infield, yo, it's cooked. Yo, Hoyo might just be cooked after this one, guys.
Product, you start to see a pattern of low effort and questionable decisions across the board.
Yeah. Let's eat first. Yeah. Agreed. Let's fucking eat, bro. They're eating, bro. They can't afford it. Guys, they can't afford the animation budget. Did you see how much animation budget they put into Finon's ult, guys? All the money they were gonna get from the fake collab, they put it in there. They weren't paid yet. That's what that's what it was. Guys, the fake collab hadn't came out yet, and they didn't get their money from the fake collab yet, so they surely after the fake collab it'll get better. Surely. Now they have their money from the fake collab. It'll get better. Surely. Surely it will. Surely, right? We'll maybe get to see eating on screen. We'll maybe get to see eating on screen from now on, right? Oh, there's no food on the table. They ate the plates. Obviously, they were really hungry. Robin was real hungry. Yes. Well, when you're that hungry, you don't sit down. Well, why does the camera angle need to move? We can see all 4 characters in the shot. What more do you need to see? Do you need to see fucking your stupid MC's fucking face? No.
For an event that was hyped for over a year, the actual content felt remarkably thin. The maps and domains are recycled. We already talked about the reused NPC models. The main event gameplay mode itself just felt like a slightly upgraded version of the simulated universe.
I think that's fine. I actually kind of enjoyed the event, the event here. I thought it was decent. Not the best thing in the world, not like super innovative or anything like that, but I thought it was okay.
Mode that has been in the game
for it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
There was very little that felt new or special here. And this
no, I mean that's for sure. I don't think much felt new, but it felt nice to play.
Standard procedure extended to the rewards and the overall structure of the event. The rewards you get for completing everything, they're fine,
it's cooked,
but that is all they are. It is
no, that's kind of cooked. Let's be real, it's kind of cooked.
The same materials you get from any other large patch event. For a major once in a lifetime.
Well, to be fair, what other resources are we gonna give someone? Like, I mean, you could probably give them more reroll dice or something like that. Like, that would be interesting, but like, they're not gonna do that shit because they want you to trade in and get it anyway. So like, I mean, I would like more reroll dice and more like substat selectors or something like that.
There was nothing special to mark the occasion. The
not really.
Was also anticlimactic. There was no unique, memorable final boss decided for the collab, and Lancer, one of the 3 main crossover characters, was relegated to just being.
Hey, my boy's just fucking chilling over there. He's like, yeah, he's gonna get put in the back as soon as a licensing agreement ends.
A boss fight. He is not playable.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
Hangs around. It is an incredibly unsatisfying fate for such a key character.
It's so bad.
And I don't think we talked about this. The silent film section of the middle of the story.
That is storytelling though, guys. They had to get out of it. They had to break out of this curse so they could actually talk.
All of the characters are muted. It is presented as a quirky stylistic choice.
It is a quirky stylistic choice. Come on, guys.
It feels much more like a low-budget loophole to avoid having to do more animation and voice work. And finally, we have to come back to the broken promise.
Let's be honest. They wouldn't have to do any more animation. Let's be honest. It would just literally be voice work. Like, do the lips need to even sync up anyways? Let's be real. I feel like the lips haven't synced up in so long regardless. Maybe that's because I haven't completed the story since 3.0 and that's why, but like, have the lip flaps really even matched up? I don't think that matters.
Of the voiceover feature, the developers advertised a specific elegant solution to the lack of English.
Saber and Archer not being voiced at all when you play in English is embarrassing. Yeah, well, that's the same experience I got when I played 3.0. Yeah. Down fucking bad. Watch this, guys. Watch this. I'm gonna hit Saber's best move right now. Anyways, guys.
The individual language switching feature, and it just didn't work as they said it would. Unfortunately, it is not a small bug. It is a failure to deliver on a key feature promoted directly to the community. Another breach of trust. The developers lied again. So you have a thin event, recycled assets, standard rewards, anticlimactic character roles, and broken promises. It shows that the problems weren't just the scriptwriters, the lack of efforts, and recycled assets. Standard rewards, character roles, and broken promises. It shows that the problems weren't just the scriptwriters, the lack of effort seems to have been project-wide. Looking at the personal experience, the failed narrative, and
my trash pile just fell over. That's about how good this one was. That's why I felt when playing the collab.
This lackluster event package.
And my gun broke! Oh my god. Dude, it broke! Oh my god, it's broke. It's broke like every HSR player after the collab. Will it go back together, please? Come on. We're back together.
Verdict. Let's be absolutely clear about one thing. The playable characters of Archer and Saber are genuinely great. Their kits are strong.
Yeah, they're good.
The animations are well made. And on a mechanical level, they are excellent additions to the game.
I agree.
The part they sell
but let's be real. Characters aren't content. I've always said that. I do not think you should be playing the game for a character you have to pull for. Now, Archer, I can see Archer being as a character for content because you get him for absolutely free, and it is definitely something you can mess around with because everyone gets him, but Saber, no. I mean, like, genuinely, if you're not getting a free character, then it's not content, in my opinion. Like, you're spending money to get a character to play with the new kit on the same exact content that's always been in the game. I don't see this content.
But that one positive is buried under a mountain of negatives.
Yeah,
a
it's dog shit.
Disrespectful story that butchers iconic moments, lazy writing that feels like a first draft, cynical monetization schemes, broken technical promises, and a hollow, low-effort event structure that felt recycled from day one. And because of that, while the individual characters might be good,
I mean, let's be honest. Did you expect even more from the event structure or whatever? Guys, when 3.0 came out, I know I keep mentioning 3.0 a lot, but I think this shows the downfall or the regression of HSR because I don't like this light. It's a blue light. Holy, what the fuck?
The collaboration.
Because literally for 3.0, they just recycled the same events they used in the 2.0 story. Like whenever 2.0 came out, all those launch events for 2.0, they literally copy and pasted them onto 3.0, and you can really see the downturn or like the regression there even. So I don't think like their game, it's just down bad.
It's a failure because it treated a beloved, respected IP with a shocking lack of care. When you look at all of the evidence, it is hard to see this as a celebration of fate. It feels much more like a cynical, low-effort cash grab that used a famous name as bait. It is not a
for sure.
It is an
FOMO.
insult.
Me too.
So I will leave you with this final question. What matters more to you in a collaboration like this? Is it getting good playable characters, or is it getting a respectful, well-made event experience?
Yeah, it's obviously getting a respectful, well-made event. Great video, Glaive Keo. Go give the video, already give it a like. Go give the video a like. Subscribe to Glaive Keo's channel, guys. All of his information will be in the description down below. One more thing I wanted to check out, though, before the video ended. I know we're around like 30 minutes already, but let's check out this graph right here. This is actually going over the trends for YouTube searches, and we'll do a web trend as well for this collab. And I think you can already start to see where this started to go downhill at, right? Because the yellow bar here is actually going to be that of Honkai Star Rail, right? Now, Honkai Star Rail, July 2nd, this is when the original banners released for Finon, right? Or Fanon, right? Over the past 30 days. It was at 100, so this means it was at peak interest over the last, month, right? So then you go over to the release of the fake collab, is at 72%. So it didn't even reach the peak of Finon's release there, so you can already tell it's going to be kind of ass there. And even as we speak right now, Zenless Zone Zero is trending above a Honkai Star Rail right now, which is down fucking bad. This number should have been a lot higher. This should have been the 100 peak. Genuinely, the collab should have been up there, right? Let's go take a look at Google searches or just web searches in general. It'll probably see, yeah, it tells the same exact story here, guys. Like, okay, with web searches, it reached a little bit higher, so 93% of Finon's release, but still not even reaching the top. And then obviously Zenless Zone Zero with the release of their new characters did jump up above that, or the release of Yuzuha did jump above that. So I mean, like, all around pretty down bad. Anyways, guys, what are your guys' thoughts on the fake collab? But genuinely, I said it earlier, I think a lot of people are actually going to be leaving this game. I think there's going to be a max exodus of players from Honkai Star Rail from just how they've been treating the game. I always thought that the fake collab was a make or break collab, meaning if they didn't perform well, then a lot of players are going to leave, right? They didn't really incite any hope for the future because they're just repeating the same shit. And if you're repeating the same shit, the same dog shit practices that you currently have or you have currently had over the past year that everyone's hated, and you do that to a collab which is supposed to bring new players in, and you're showing the players like, this is what our game is and this is what our game is going to be, what trust did that instill in the audience? I don't think any. I think we're going to see yet another massive exodus of YouTubers from the space for covering Honkai Star Rail content, players playing the game, because ultimately content creators leaving the space and less videos out on the game is going to drive less interest for the game. So overall, I see there being a massive decline for Honkai Star Rail. As much as you guys don't want to admit it, I think we're going to start seeing major players leaving the space just like they did in version 2.0. I genuinely think most of the content creators that were still making content for the game were literally just waiting for the fake collab to be good, and that didn't pan out to be that way. Maybe they did, maybe they enjoyed it, maybe they didn't, but I'm assuming most of them didn't enjoy it, and I think they're going to leave as well. Anyways, guys, that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry for the app fest, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, bye.